don't know, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we...
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is Aaron Jones, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. Third down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
15-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. goal. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Texans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to do something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Texans.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Watson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And
there's Jones.
First down.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
On the carry. Brought down by Bryce Callahan. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Jets 7, Texans nothing.
From the 31, Watson. And it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 4-yard line.
Now Jones. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
The kicker on.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you...
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
This is Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Watson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
PS4. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect it.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Aaron Jones.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now Watson on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The 5-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot to tap off the
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing again is Watson. That is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Chark with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
1
The
yard.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there. A first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2nd and 11 at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
The 7-yard line.
It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
37.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 39 that time. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
Texans 7.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He finds his target, Fuller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Jones, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Watson. Flushed. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get a bit closer. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
40-point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Over on downs.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sharks got it, left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays.